Decay here today with an episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs, and today we are back working on, well, the same project we started yesterday. Actually, I've got to go to La Musica, or Music and Sounds or whatever, and turn down the footsteps so I don't go deaf every time I walk, which, you know, believe it or not, really isn't on my MO of things to do. But anyway, today we're kind of just picking up from where we left off last episode. So, you know, working on all of this like side area, working on this area, and hopefully today we're gonna get the bridge finished up. We're gonna get a bit more terraforming done, and we might even start taking down these buildings. Not really sure exactly. Well, that being said, I know I'm taking down the lab completely. That is all being recycled, mostly because that saves me from having to make a ton more white concrete and getting more cyan terracotta, both things I don't really feel like collecting right now, so you know what, that's always good. As for the storage room, I'm not sure if we're gonna get rid of it yet. Part of me still wants to keep it and see if we could turn it into something new and useful, but you know, I'm not really sure what that would be, especially now that the pathway's been raised up so much, it might not be useful anymore. Anyway though, yeah, that's the basic plan for today. We're gonna start trying to move some stuff over there, some other stuff as well, including, if I remember correctly, I think we'll try and move the cow farm over there. That's gonna be a pain. I'm probably gonna have to widen. I'm gonna finish terraforming up here before I do that probably, but also get stuff like a new temporary storage area set up over there, get the area for the lab set up, get the area for a potential another house set up, entrances, all sorts of cool things going, and oh, maybe I'll set the AFK fish farm up over here somewhere. I've been needing to set one up again for quite a while now. But yeah, anyway, that's the basic plan for today, so I'm gonna get started on some of this, and I'll bring you guys back when we have something to show. So I'll see you in just a second. All right, and I've made a fair amount of progress. It's actually been quite a while since I made the last clip because I got carried away tremendously working. So I guess we'll head this way first to show off the first little bit I worked on. Like, this was the easiest part and probably the fastest thing I did, which is coming through here. I started tearing out all the stuff down there, so like all the stone brick is gone, a lot of the leaves are gone from the side of the storage room, and I've started just kind of working on trying to get the pathway in and set up properly, so you know, we can get stuff moving a bit better, you know, get things going. Made a new walkway up there, basically in preparation for hopefully moving our cows over. And the real big thing, I didn't quite finish all the terraforming over here, but I have I have dramatically terraformed this area. Like, there is just so much new space. I know it's kind of ugly because it's covered in torches. That'll get fixed later as we just kind of build things. But yeah, there is a tremendous amount more space over here that's just been added. Yeah, we've done a pretty good job, I'd say. In fact, actually, we've capped it off about here, so I won't be like, yeah, we can hop down here real quick. You can see rock wall goes all the way around. It doesn't quite go all the way to the bottom of the river on this side. It does on the other side, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so this is one end of the new area. The next end is over there, and I'm not really sure how far back it's going to go this direction. And it's kind of made me realize one thing. Originally, when I was planning this out, right, last episode at least, it was kind of going to be just one area. And I've kind of realized this terrain here does not work with this just being a single area where we put everything. There's just not enough space. So we're gonna have a series of bridges going around. So I've got another bridge prepped that's gonna go out here, and that'll probably, and then we'll build up, you know, some more terrain over here and stuff, and more things will go this direction, and maybe some stuff will go that direction. Who knows, really? There's a lot of cool stuff over here that we can definitely mess around with. There's definitely some cool stuff we could do with that cliff side here. And I found this. So there's a lot of caves over here, and it's gonna be really loud, but there is like this perfect circle or cylinder shape, and part of me really wants to do something with that. I don't know what, but I feel like we could definitely do some sort of interesting underwater thing with that. You know, like, well, since I've got, you know, like a lot of buildings I'd like to put over here, speaking of which, I've kind of I've kind of come up with a new idea for what this area is, in a way. So I know we talked about this being like the entrance and stuff, and I still think I'd like to do some of the entrance buildings and things over here, maybe not a visitor center. Someone did suggest we put a visitor center instead over here somewhere. So like in place of the laboratory, that'll be where the new visitor center goes and whatnot. And I actually think that's a pretty decent idea, especially since there's a lot of land out here we can clear out. Although I guess that is heading more towards the aquarium. But, oh yeah, I also cleared out a bunch of trees over here. Anyway, so since there's a lot of buildings going over here, I'm kind of realizing this is probably just going to be my, what I was calling just the Minecraft area. Like, we have the dinos area, right? Like the area where we're building this massive zoo and all this kind of stuff. But we don't have our Minecraft area, in a way. Like, you know, the area where we've got our farms and our, like, XP stuff and our enchantment room and our storage room and all of the things that you just need to kind of play the game. And I really want to put all of those over here, I think. Because I think that would be kind of nice, you know, because it's not trying to intersplice them with the park and, like, mixing the two together, really. It's just kind of like, we have our dinos area over here, and we got it looking super duper cool. And then we just have our chill, like, Minecraft zone. Like, you know, we'll probably put our new mines over here somewhere. We'll put our wheat farm, our cow farm, our pig farm, our sheep farm, our wool farm, an iron farm, a villager farm, a trading area, a big mansion, storage room, all sorts of cool stuff over here. And I really like that idea. I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, anyway, that's kind of where we are at right now. I've got a bit more work I want to get done. I do really want to get to the point where we start taking down the buildings today. So I think I just need to start like setting up some areas over here. So I'm gonna get onto that now, finally, you know. It's only taken me like 2.5 episodes or an episode and a half to get to that point. But I'm gonna start setting some stuff up over here, and I'll bring you guys back in when I've got like the basics down. So see you then. All right, so you're gonna quickly notice that the buildings are still here. They haven't moved or had any damage put onto them whatsoever. They're still exactly the same as the last clip. The only difference is I have a vague idea of where they're going. Actually, I mean, you can even see on the mini map if you want a sneak peek of what I'm about to show. Bum, 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 bum. A bunch of wool on the ground. That's what we got. So I've been working on just setting up this island area. Island? It's not really an island. The other bank. I've been working on setting up the other bank and just trying to figure out how this is all gonna go together. And I'm running into some interesting conundrums here, right? So like, so on the last episode, some people were like, maybe instead of setting up the visitor stuff over here, I should actually set it up over here. And those people are probably right. I won't lie, I think this area is probably going to be closer to where we end up setting up all the entrances and stuff. And there was actually a fun debate over on, I think it was in the comments as well as on the Discord, of how I should make the entrance for the zoo, like how people are going to get here. Some people suggested a boat, others suggested a blimp, others suggested helicopters, airports, and I do really like the idea of making an airport. I don't know where I would build that, but I really, really, really like the idea of an airport. I feel like that would be really cool to do, and I don't know, it'd be different and interesting to try, so maybe we'll do that at some point down the line. I don't know when. But anyway, I was having a lot of trouble kind of just figuring out exactly how I was going to lay everything out around here. Didn't really know what I wanted to do yet, and I'm still not 100% on everything. There's a few things I know. So for one, this is going to be the new laboratory, and it's probably going to be a bit bigger. It's actually going to be a fair bit bigger than this, I think, because I want to automate most of the functions of the lab. And actually, I mean, because, well, I mean, obviously, even if you try to be the most original person on Earth, right, especially for YouTube, right, you know, eventually you get inspiration from others. And I was like, so I was trying to come up with some new ideas for the laboratory. I was thinking back, like, oh, other labs I've built, other labs I've seen people build, like, what do I want to do here? And I kind of was thinking back to, I'm sure many of you know who Ironstone Mine is, or was, and that dinosaur series. His lab was I don't really like the style of it. I think the style is not really what I would go for. I mean, you guys know, I mean, I'm probably gonna go more for something like that, but I really liked the fact that that lab was fully automated for the most part. So you had like all the analyzers, you know, they worked, and they, you know, you just chuck, what was it? You chucked all the biofossils and whatever into one chest, and it set them through all, like distributed them through all the analyzers, and then all the analyzers would take all the items and throw them into a sorted area, like sorted chest system. So you could just open each chest to get to what you wanted and whatnot, and that was really cool. And like automated culture vats and all this kind of stuff. And I really would like to do stuff like that, especially with like the sifters and the analyzers and everything. I feel like that'd be really cool. And we're gonna need a lot more space in the laboratory if we want to do stuff like that. So I'm kind of looking to make this much larger, more impressive kind of build. And also you'll notice that I got rid of the bridge, because I think I'm gonna make the bridge across the river, at least the main, this one here, be part of the lab, because I felt like that would look a lot cooler, and it gives a bit of separation between the two, because I'm thinking a lot of the automated stuff is going to be over on this side. So this will be like, you know, like maybe this part's culture vats, this part's analyzers, this part here is sifters, and then back over here, you know, like this is where we do the decorative stuff that doesn't really need to be automated. So, you know, like cold storage for DNA, egg storage, some decorations, you know, just like the nice parts, the cool parts of the lab where we kind of make it look really pretty. And then that's where, you know, obviously it's trying to be pretty, but also, you know, got a big function to it. So yeah, that's the plan with this. Of course, we also have a enchanting room over here, just a small basic one. I don't really know how I'm going to design it yet, but we got a small little area for this. You know, that's another building I completely forgot about. I was trying to think of what buildings I need. I need another portal room, and we might throw that in somewhere over here. We'll kind of see. Basically, the more I'm working on this, the more I'm kind of like, this lake is kind of gonna probably disappear, or I'm going to be working a lot on it, trying to like remake a lake and all sorts of stuff. Well, basically, this small project, which was just supposed to be, oh, let's move our, you know, storage room and laboratory, is turning into a massive terraforming building project, which, I mean, it's very on brand for me, of course, but you know, I'm having a blast with this. Anyway, this is, of course, the new storage room. I think, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So there's an extra 2 chests here, and I think there's an extra chest this direction as well. So it's slightly bigger than our old storage room. I've also started placing the chests from the very bottom of the floor, and then it's going to go up another 2, maybe even 3 chests up. I am not going to be automating this storage area, at least for now. This is just literally bulk storage. This is just, I go in here, I throw stuff. That's all it needs to be. Also because I don't want to build a sorting system for this. Like, that's just going to be, that's not a project I'm really interested in doing. A small one for like the lab, that's fine, but for something like this, nah, I just need raw storage. But yeah, this should dramatically increase the amount of stuff we can have and just kind of keep. And it is probably in the best area, strictly speaking, out of all these buildings. Like, it is the fastest, it's the first building you really get to from the bridge. So I'm like, you know, like, it's in a good spot. We got this nice little cliff at the very back of it to kind of add a bit of extra detail we can mess around with there. And then we have these white wool things. I don't really know what these are. I've just kind of blocked them out as something where a decorative build could go. So I don't know, maybe we, like, you know, we put I actually have no idea. Like, we could put something here. Maybe that's like where we put a dinosaur skeleton like display, like we've been doing all over the park. We could put that there. And this is something I'm considering to be like a farmland area, basically, like a decorative one, but I don't know. It's kind of weird because most of the farmland I design is typically a more medieval style, whereas, you know, the rest of this build especially is going to be a far more modern build. So I'm not really sure. It's kind of just all over the place right now, kind of trying to figure out what we're doing with this, but I'm pretty happy with it. I think this area, obviously it looks like nothing right now, but I think this is the project that's probably going to carry us to the world download, and I'm pretty excited to see where it goes. I think we got a lot of cool stuff. I mean, obviously some of the things like the storage room, I mean, that's basically just going to be a copy of that building, just slightly bigger, and maybe with like 1 or 2 extra details added. The laboratory is going to be really fun. I'm really excited to build this. I think it should have some pretty cool stuff to it. And yeah, and then of course we also have all this stuff to build. Like there's a lot of work that can be done over on this side, kind of getting things going. I'm gonna make a smaller seawall going along the side of the bank here, and I think I am gonna raise that exhibit up a little bit even, but we'll kind of see where that goes and everything. But yeah, man, I'm having a lot of fun with this. I think I'm gonna try and get part of the storage room done, or if not the whole storage room done today. So this episode might be a little bit longer than I intended it to be, but I'd really like to get at least the building done. I'm not gonna move all the chests over today, like that's just gonna take hours to do, but I think it'll be good just to kind of get the building going. So I'm gonna get this whole storage room done, and I'll bring you guys back when I feel like I've finished. So see you in just a second. All right, everybody, here we are. So you'll automatically see this is not done. I ran out of bricks from the build. Actually, if we quickly zoom over there, and we can quickly show it off. Yeah, I just ripped apart the old storage room for most of the materials. I haven't completely gotten rid of it, and obviously all the chests are still there. But yeah. So that's the thing. But I was ripping a bunch of the resources out just because I figured, you know, like, why make new ones when I can just tear the old building down and reuse it? I mean, that's the same idea I'm gonna go with for the lab anyway. So yeah. But anyway, in here, yeah, I don't like it. I really don't like it right now. But I think it's because the chests are on the same level as the floor, and I just generally don't like how that looks. Although I'm wondering if I lower the floor to make those chests better, is that just gonna be too tall then? I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out when we get there. Next episode when I start working more on this. But yes, for right now, I think it's looking okay. I mean, I'm sure, well, it obviously doesn't look fantastic, but it'll look a lot better when we get more of it done and kind of get more stuff put together. And yeah, because that's usually, like, you know, halfway through a build, it looks trash until you really finish it. But it is just kind of funny looking at just this gutted old storage room and just kind of looking at that and seeing how kind of iffy it looks. I also forgot how much it just drains your FPS to have a ton of item frames everywhere, and I might need to change that for when we upgrade to the other side of the river there. I also forgot that this is the old fish farm, which is, I guess, mostly empty now. I forgot I got rid of most of it. I need to build a new one of those, and that's definitely one of the plans for stuff we're going to add in on the other bank now. But oh, that's gonna look really cool when that's a laboratory. That's actually gonna be awesome, I'm pretty sure, at least. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much where we're gonna end it off for today. Just kind of running out of steam, and I probably need to get this episode actually out and not just keep working. But yeah, next episode we'll hopefully come back. We'll get a bit more work done on both the storage room. I'd like to maybe start the laboratory, figure out a bit more what's going on here. If you guys have any ideas on what we can do on this side, let me know, or any ideas for any part of this whole river build, either bank of what we're working on. Let me know what you guys want to see, and yeah, hopefully we can do some of those ideas. Anyway, that's it for today. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see ya.